Hello everyone, I'm Ralph Kiner, and welcome to the New York Mets Time Tunnel. Brought to you by our good friends at Rheingold, the dry beer. Whenever you buy beer, think of Rheingold and Mitsubishi Motors. Each week, we'll embark on a journey through the Time Tunnel, delving deep into New York Mets history. Today, out of respect of the passing of former Met Pat Zachary, we have unearthed his first win of the 1978 season. Let's sit back and enjoy as we set the coordinates to April 9, 1978, so we can hear Bob Murphy doing the play-by-play of the entire action-packed sixth inning, which includes Pat getting a 1-2-3 top of the sixth inning, setting up a pinch-hit grand slam by Steve Henderson in the bottom of the frame. So, sit back and crack open a Rheingold, the dry beer, as we turn the mic over to the great Bob Murphy.
Well, here's good news for New York Mets fans. Now containers of Dairy Lean low-fat milk carry free coupons good for free tickets to the Mets baseball games. You have your choice of 20 games during the season. They're printed on the container. So we're pretty sure we have a game of your choice for you to see free. You can find Dairy Lean low-fat milk in the colorful purple container and the dairy case at your local food store. It's protein fortified with vitamins A and D added. If you're watching your diet, remember it contains only 1% milk fat. It's a great product because it satisfies hunger and thirst at the same time, filling you up without filling you out. So try Dairy Lean low-fat milk soon. Save those coupons printed on the carton and come on out to see a Met game free. So we have a low-scoring game going. Mets 2 and the Expos 1, sixth inning. And Pat Zachary will have to face the heart of the Montreal batting order: Andre Dawson, Gary Carter, and Tony Perez. Center fielder Andre Dawson has struck out and bounced out. He is 0 for 2. As a rookie last year, Dawson batted .282. Montreal hitting is predominantly right-handed. On the inside corner, strike one call. The infield and the outfield straight away against Andre Dawson. Curveball swung on and missed. Pat Zachary with a 2-strike count on Andre Dawson. In 5 innings, Zachary has walked 1 and fanned 5. Allowed 1 run and 5 hits. Ground ball hit slowly towards second. Moving forward is Foley. Hurries the throw. He got in. Good fielding by Tim Foley, gliding towards second base to come up with a roller. The catcher, Gary Carter, has been struck out and flied out to Missouri. Right-handed hitter, and a good one. And the pitch by Zachary, curveball, outside and low, ball 1. Yesterday it was Gary Carter's birthday. He turned 24. What a future he has. The 1-0 delivery, inside, ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Now Gary Carter getting out of the batter's box for a moment. Mets 2, Expos 1. We're in the 6th. Well hit to deep left field, but it's playable, and Beauclair will be under it, and he has it for the out. That ball fooled me. I thought it was hit better than it was. But it was hit down off the end of the bat by Gary Carter, and it was just a routine fly ball to left field. Now there are 2 away, and the hitter is Tony Perez. 1 for 2. He singled to left field his last time up. Zachary's pitch on the way, popped up on the right side of the infield. Doug Flynn calling for it midway between first and second, and Flynn has it for the out. Very good inning for Pat Zachary against the middle of the Montreal batting order. No runs, no hits, and none left. Now, in the middle of the sixth inning, New York 2, Montreal 1.
How do you end up a winner in the savings game? Bring your savings to County Federal Savings and Loan. If you wanted to, you could bounce your bankroll from one big bank to another, from the Bowery to the Dime to Lincoln to Dry Dock, Greenwich, Dollar. Yet nobody pays higher interest than County Federal. Whether you keep your savings in a day-to-day account or in a short-term or long-term savings certificate, County Federal pays you the highest interest permitted by law. Your interest is credited monthly and compounded daily, so you get the highest return you can earn in a federally insured account. You can use your interest as you earn it each month, because you don't have to wait for the end of a quarter, or you can leave it in your account to earn more interest. Free money orders for depositors and free traveler's checks, too. There's a County Federal branch near you in Rockville Center, Valley Stream, Wantagh, Levittown, Comac, Coram, Medford, Astoria, Kew Garden Hills, Brooklyn, and Manhattan.
Leading Montreal 2-1. It is the bottom half of the sixth inning. First game of a doubleheader. Mike Brewer, a 26-year-old rookie who has labored in the Mets farm system for 7 years, will get his first start in the major leagues in the second game of this doubleheader today. His mound opponent will be Ross Grimsley. Mets haven't seen Grimsley since the 73 Championship Series. Now the windup by Dews and the pitch to Beauclair. Low inside, ball one. Mets lead this game on the strength of a two-run homer by Beauclair in the first inning of the game with a man on. Swing and a miss and a breaking ball. 23-year-old Howell Dews, a Texan, has pitched sensational ball in relief for Montreal. In 3 2/3 innings, he's allowed no runs and only one hit, a single by Ken Henderson. So Montreal so far has gotten tremendous relief pitching in this game. The 1-1 delivery misses wide. The count is 2-1 on Beauclair. Steve Henderson has a very bad head cold, but will probably play the second game against Grimsley. And a swing and a miss, 2-2. Willie Montañez will be the next hitter. The 2-2 delivery. Check swing. It just missed the outside corner. So the string is out now at 3-2 to Beauclair, leading off the home sixth inning. The payoff delivery. Hit hard. A base hit to right by Bruce Beauclair. He ripped the 3-2 breaking ball. Hard liner into right. Fourth hit of the game for New York, only the second off Hal Dews. Willie Montañez will come up. Willie has drawn a walk and flied to very deep right field. Valentine went back by the wall to take it. Breeze blew to right field early in the game, now has turned and gone the other way. So the left-hand hitters who pull the ball did not get any help. Ground ball, base hit, going into right field. Beauclair around second. He'll stop there. Valentine with that great throwing arm. You just cannot run on him. Now the Mets are threatening. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Ken Henderson will hit. Veteran left-hander Darrell Knowles getting up in the Montreal bullpen, along with the Canadian-born right-hander Bill Atkinson. Lee Mazzilli on deck. Let's see how the Mets are going to play this. Ken Henderson has walked and singled to right. Before this inning, he had the only hit off Hal Dews. Now the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Good low breaking ball by the right-hander. Now Kenny Henderson didn't like the way the grip felt. Goes back to the on-deck circle to get the pine tar cloth and get a better grip on that bat handle. Practically every player on both sides wearing not one but two batting gloves today. Beauclair on second. Montañez on first. Now the pitch to Henderson is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Mets 2 and the Expos 1 here in the last of the 6th inning. Kenny Henderson cocks the bat and waits. Foul ball skidding on the ground, right straight back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lee Mazzilli will be next, and then Ron Hodges. 5 left-hand hitters in a row coming up against the young right-hander Hal Dews. Joe Torre overloaded his lineup with left-handers against Twitchell, the starter, who's very tough on right-hand hitters. Twitchell was not around long. This was not his day. He did not have his control. But this young man, Hal Dews, has certainly kept Montreal in the ballgame. The 1-2 delivery, strike 3 call. Henderson is caught looking, and he is objecting to the call by John McSherry. For Hal Dews, a very big strikeout and his second of the game. Now Lee Mazzilli. Mazzilli has lined out to right field, and then he tried to drag a bunt, and the ball hit him on the hand, so he was automatically out. Each team with 5 hits in the ball game. The Mets leading by the narrow margin of 2-1. In comes the pitch to Mazzilli. Curve inside. He started to go, held up on his swing. Beauclair on second and Montañez on first. They had back-to-back singles. Dews made a big pitch in getting Ken Henderson. Mets trying to keep the pressure on with Lee Mazzilli, the batter. Lee, one of the stars of yesterday's victory with a 2-run homer. The 1-0 delivery. Low and outside ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Now Mazzilli steps back out of the batter's box, takes a couple of phantom swings. Hitter likes to be in this position. The pitcher behind him, 2-0. The runners take a lead. 2-0 delivery. In the dirt, blocked by Gary Carter. The runners can't move up. Throw to first. Safe at first. Montañez just got back. Montañez may be hurt. Montañez may have jammed a shoulder diving back into the bag. Tom McKenna is out there, and so is Joe Torre. The pitch in the dirt was blocked by Gary Carter, and it bounced back toward the mound. Montañez broke for second base, but realized that Beauclair could not go over. Then Carter threw to first base, and on a close play, Montañez got back. But he came back head first and may have jammed a hand or a shoulder. Now Tom McKenna is looking at his mouth. And apparently he is all right. Well, what do you do here if you're manager of the Mets? Do you give your batter a green light on 3-0? Hal Dews has not walked a man in relief. Should he walk Mazzilli, it would load the bases with 1 out and bring up Ron Hodges. If that happens, we might get the left-hander, Darrell Knowles. Now the stretch by the right-hander. And the pitch on the way. He was taking all away, and it's over a strike call. Three balls, 1 strike to Lee Mazzilli. Gary Carter sends out the sign for the next delivery. The outfield playing Mazzilli has a pull hitter around to right. 3-1 delivery. Ground ball hit hard, foul down the right field line. And it was just foul. So it is 3-2 now on Lee Mazzilli. Now let us keep an eye on the base runners and see if they're holding up or if they move. Dangerous play, of course, to send the runners if the batter should strike out. An excellent play if he hits it. Beauclair is the runner on second and Montañez on first. Aldous with a 3-2 count on Lee Mazzilli. The right-hander in the set position. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 4. The bases are loaded. Dick Williams is coming out. He has Darrell Knowles, the veteran left-hander, in his bullpen. And Knowles will come in the ballgame to pitch to Ronnie Hodges. Ronnie is a left-handed hitter. This has been a very good relief job by Hal Dews. He has slammed the door until this point and given Montreal a chance and kept them in the ballgame. He will leave the game with 1 away in the 6th inning. So he actually has pitched a total of 4 innings in relief. He gave up only 3 singles, walked 1, and struck out 2. And now Darrell Knowles will be coming in the game. When Lee Mazzilli first came up to the major leagues, he hit a home run off Darrell Knowles, batting right-handed at Wrigley Field in Chicago. Mazzilli has just drawn a walk. It'll be Ronnie Hodges scheduled to hit. While the pitching change is being made, here's an update on the scoreboard, and here's Lindsey Nelson.
Okay, Bob, in the National League, the Chicago Cubs at Pittsburgh are leading the Pirates by a score of 2-1 in the 4th inning. Woody Fryman going for Chicago. He was 5-5 at Cincinnati last year. Jerry Royce, the left-hander, going for Pittsburgh with the Pirates last year. He was 10-13. Cubs 2, Pirates 1 in the 4th. St. Louis Cardinals and the Phillies are down at Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the Phils, on the strength of a 5-run first inning, are leading by a score of 5-3. John Urier is the starter for St. Louis. Dave Hamlin relieved him in the 4th inning. Lurch is the pitcher for the Phillies. He was 10-6 for the Phils last year. Bob Boone hit his first home of the year in the first with 2 on. And Keith Hernandez homered for the Cardinals, his first of the year in the 4th with 1 man on. So the Phils are leading 5-3. San Diego Padres are at San Francisco against the Giants. That's at Candlestick in San Francisco, a later start. The Houston Astros are at Riverfront in Cincinnati. That's also a later start. And the Dodgers in Atlanta are just underway. The Dodgers did not score in the top of the first. The Atlanta Braves are coming to bat. Rick Rhoden, 16-10 with the Dodgers last year against Tommy Boggs, 0-3 for Texas. Right now, we pause for station identification. This is the New York Mets Baseball Network.
You know, any time is the right time for Budweiser. Give it a try the next time you and your friends have a night on the town. If you're looking for great taste, Budweiser is ready when you are. WMCA New York.
This is Lindsey Nelson with Bob Murphy and Ralph Kiner at Shea Stadium in the American League. The Yankees are at Texas later. Ed Figueroa against Doyle Alexander. In the 5th inning, Detroit leads Toronto 7-3. Right now it's Tom Murphy in relief against Jack Bellingham. Boston at Chicago. Bill Lee against Wilbur Wood. Kansas City and Cleveland, no score at the end of an inning. Steve Busby against Rick Wise. Baltimore 1, Milwaukee coming to bat. Scott McGregor against Larry Sorensen. Milwaukee at Seattle later. Oakland at California later. And again, here's Bob Murphy.
Big roar from the crowd here at Shea Stadium. Joe Torre is sending Steve Henderson to the plate to bat for Ron Hodges. Darrell Knowles, now 36 years old, veteran of 12 years in the major leagues, is now pitching. Knowles hurled for the Texas Rangers last year. He was 5-2 in relief and had 14 saves. Montreal will bring the infield in. Beauclair on third, Montañez on second, and Mazzilli on first. 1 man away. Now Knowles, the veteran left-hander, will pitch from the stretch. Steve Henderson cocks the bat and waits. Here's the pitch. Low outside, ball 1. Joe Torre making his move, trying to get runs on the board. Beauclair led with a single. Montañez single. Mazzilli is walked. 1 down. Henderson Very deliberate as a batter. Likes to step out after almost every pitch. The 1-0 delivery. Swing and a foul tip. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mets 2 and the Expos 1. Steve Henderson, 2 for 7 over the first 2 games of the new season. 1 home run. He hit that yesterday. 1 RBI. Mets had 3 homers in winning yesterday. Henderson got the first one. Then Mazzilli crashed a 2-run homer. Cranepool won the game with 2 outs in the 9th with a 2-run homer. Skip Lockwood is up now in the New York Mets bullpen. The base is loaded. Montreal playing the infield end for a play at the plate. Darrell Knowles, a crafty lefty, working from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Steve Henderson. Doug Flynn is the on-deck batter. That's with their best scoring opportunity since the first 2 innings of the game, when they threatened to break it open but could not do it. Knowles shakes off a sign from Gary Carter, and Steve Henderson asks for time and steps out. Wayne Garrett, Chris Spire, Dave Cash, and Tony Perez playing in tight on the edge of the infield grass. Pitching. And a high fly hit deep to left field, way back, going toward the wall. It may go. Gone. A grand slam home run. Grand slam home run by Steve Henderson. Steve hit one last year off Kent Tekulve of the Pirates. So, yesterday, Joe Torre put up Ed Cranepool in the 9th as a pinch hitter. He clouded a 2-run homer. He has just put up Steve Henderson behind in the count 1-2. He hit a drive well beyond the 371 mark. And the New York Mets lead Montreal 6-1. So, they hit 3 yesterday. And they've hit 2 in the ball game here today. Home runs driving in all 6 runs. Ground ball hit the third, cut off by Garrett. Now the throw to Tony Perez. That retires Doug Flynn. And on the grand slam by Steve Henderson, they send the sign to the bullpen for Skip Lockwood to sit down. For Steve Henderson, his 2nd home run in 2 days. Now Pat Zachary is the hitter. The Mets open up a 6-1 lead on the grand slam by Steve Henderson. He hit it as a pinch hitter. Under the knees, 1 ball and 1 strike. 3 of the runs are charged to Hal Dews. 1 charged to Darrell Knowles. Low and outside to Zachry, 2-1. Pat Zachary has drawn a walk and bounced out. What a performance as a pinch hitter by Steve Henderson. Strike call to the outside corner, 2-2. Artie Friedman points out that the last time, here's a ground ball slowly hit the third. Garrett grabs it, throws to first in time for the out. You have to go back to 1966 to find a grand slam homer hit as a pinch hitter, and that was by Hawk Taylor. So, in the 6th inning for New York, 4 runs, 3 hits, and none left. Lindsey Nelson will join you for the play-by-play in just a moment. At the end of 6, the Mets 6 and the Expos 1.